Hello friends, welcome back to In It All Is Art. My name is Angela, and in today's video I'm going to share some of these projects that I'm working on for Halloween. There's this insect terrarium lantern, there's a couple of floral arrangements, and some other like random hodgepodge of DIYs that I'm working on for my front entryway. Painting willow branches, making things mossy, getting ready for a witchy conservatory garden themed entryway. So sit back, grab yourself a beverage if you so choose, and I hope you enjoy. As with most of my other projects, a lot of this stuff was from thrift stores. Even the moss, I just hunt those craft aisles and see, what is there that I can use in any potential project. So the little birdhouse is from a thrift store that was found during Christmas. It was an ornament that was put out during Christmas time. The willow branches are from a neighbor's tree, and then I just painted them in different colors that match kind of the theme I have going on. The little brass bug, it's like a stick insect, that also was from a thrift store. And I went out one day and just hunted every single thrift store in my area for things that fit a witchy apothecary vibe. That was several years ago, prior to me having a YouTube channel, so I don't have videos of that, but I created like a tier tray, and that little guy was part of that. So now he's gonna live in this terrarium for a little bit. I'm going to paint him with a little bit of a shimmery clear coat. My hope is that he'll pick up the lighting a little more once I put the fairy lights in. So these fairy lights are from Michaels. There's a couple of different versions. There's that green-purple combo, and then there's the orange ones. I end up using the orange ones in a flower arrangement that I created in an urn. There is a video linked at the end of this video if you're interested in that. The green-purple combo I think fits perfectly for the terrarium. And depending on where I place it in the decor display, I'll choose which color to see what's needed for a little accent. I also found at Michael's this little bat. It was in the miniature section. It actually came with another miniature, and I broke it off of the thing it was already on because I wanted it to fit on that little birdhouse so that the insect has a little friend. And then some tombstones to add to the spookiness, and and it's good to go for Halloween. This next project is adding a little depth to a dragon skull. This also came from Michaels. I promise I am not sponsored by Michaels. It just happens to be my favorite craft store in my area. But this dragon skull, I think it has a lot of really lovely detail. It's already got a little bit of like gold paint with some moss on it. But I'm gonna add some brown and black paint mixed as just a way to deepen that and kind of age it a little bit. So I'll just do a little test run on the bottom there, adding a bit of paint at a time. It's a little bit watered down, and then rubbing off the excess with a paper towel. And I'll just do that over the whole skull, and then add some moss at the end. I will speed this project up a little bit as it's pretty straightforward, and I'll reconnect with you later on. I was pretty pleased to find this piece. I have a dragon, like a full dragon skeleton figure, and then I have a winged dinosaur that also looks like a dragon skeleton. And so I've got a little trio now. It adds, I think, a really like kind of mystical element to my Halloween display. It's very like wizardy feeling, and I think it'll go really nicely with my witches and my Celtic kind of crosses and things in my graveyard. Now I'm going to test out the different types of moss and see what fits best. Guy is done, and he just lives over in the corner on my art table right now. I can't wait to place him for the decorating for Halloween. But now we're going to shift to some willow branches. These came from a thrift store. There was a bundle of them, probably about maybe 10 or so willow branches. Really lovely kind of patina on them. I'm going to paint them though. I think I paid probably about $6 or $7 for them. Saw those, immediately grabbed them up. You can never have enough willow, right? Curly willow is especially spooky. So this project will just be painting a couple of different colors and then adding moss. So I will speed this one up as well. And a little point of correction, the willow from my neighbor is going to be in my graveyard on the ground. This willow came from a thrift store. I'm going to add some bugs to these as well, and the colors will pick up some of the arrangements that I've made and some of the other decor that will be part of this, the whole entryway. And so it will just be neat to have something that I can place wherever I want it to be to kind of spread the colors throughout. There's the little twig that was part of the terrarium. See in the background there what the next project is going to be. It's this crow that I'm going to place on this brass ring. I think it used to hold some sort of garden ornament. And this crow has a broken wing. And so I'm using some floral, like faux foliage from a different arrangement that I took apart. And I'm going to place them on the end of the wing. They make a nice little kind of curl. And I think it adds a really neat, unique kind of charm to this crow. I've never seen anything like that before in the stores, so this one is completely its own little unique piece. And then I've got some berries that are going to go on there, and it's just going to be like a little hanging perch for this crow. And then I have this really beautiful transparent black ribbon from my stash of all of the crafty things I have. And I think that will be a beautiful way to hang this. And again, this is going to go in that front entryway. It's going to be part of that witchy apothecary conservatory garden themed display I'm going to do. And so this will maybe be, it's like one of the witch's familiars. Sometimes you just have to commit. This guy is so old. I don't even know when I got him, but he was already a little bit ragged when I got him from the thrift store. And now he's missing a leg and he had a broken wing. And I'm just really happy to give him some new life. I think with the moss and the berries and that little flare of some wing, he is just so charming now, and I can't wait to see him hanging up. So I'm just looking at ways to give him a little more stability on that brass ring. So I'm going to play around with some different options. love that combo of the black, the brass, and the gray and green moss, and that color of green on that moss I think is absolutely perfect with that crow. I don't know, it just works. So I'm just using the wire of the crow's foot to adhere him, to secure him to that brass ring, and then I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue to secure him even further. So now the crow is done. He is going to live in the back corner of my art table until it's time to hang him for the Halloween display. And then the next project coming up, and the last project for this video, is a moon bowl arrangement, I'm calling it. I found the bowl at a thrift store, and it's got little moons on it. It looks like moons to me. And I'm just going to fill it with some kind of random black and white themed with a little bit of green in there. I've got that beautiful iron stand that was also a thrift store score. I really can't remember when I got that or how much I paid for it. But I do know it's probably not more than like $3 or $4. I usually try to find things when they're on the sales. You can find so many cool things, as I'm sure you know. So this arrangement is, the intent of it is to be lit up in the black light. So I tried to bring in things that have either silver or white, those little ghosties back there. And it's just going to fit in somewhere in that front entryway as I've been sharing. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, I would definitely appreciate a like and a subscribe. It does help kind of boost videos up in the algorithm for YouTube, and this is a brand new channel, so I am still kind of working with fitting into the algorithm.